Rational expressions, thinking and communication question for you. Determine all possible integer points xy on the graph of y equals to x plus 2 divided by x minus 3. This is an excellent question. I'd like you to see the strategy, understand, and apply whenever you get an opportunity. I hope you'll thank me for this. Let's see how to solve this kind of question. We have y equals to x plus 2 divided by x minus 3. We are looking for integer points. That means integer values of x which will return y also as an integer, right? Not rational or fractions, okay? That's what we are looking for. We can rewrite this expression like x plus 2. We should write this in terms of x minus 3. It is x minus 3 plus what? So 2 is minus 3 plus 5, correct? So x minus 3 plus 5 is indeed x plus 2. So we can write numerator like that, and denominator is x minus 3. See what difference it makes. We can now write it as two terms. The first term is x minus 3 divided by x minus 3. The second one is 5 divided by x minus 3. Now you know what? X minus 3 divided by x minus 3 is just 1, right? So 1 plus 5 divided by x minus 3. So that becomes our rational expression on the right side. Now we are looking for x values which will return us integer values for y. That really means what? It really means that if x minus 3 is a factor of 5, that means x minus 3 is either plus minus 1 or plus minus 5, then the second term will be an integer, correct? And so we'll get y value as an integer. So there are 4 possible coordinate points. So we are looking for 4 values. The 4 values are one with x as 1, and we will calculate what y is. The second one is x with minus 1 and what y is. Third one 5 and then y value, and then minus 5 and not x values, x minus 3. Okay, so this is not quite right. X minus 3 is this. Okay, so let's calculate this. Let me do it on the right side. Well, ignore this portion. X minus 3. So let me redo it. That is x minus 3 is equals to plus 1, right? That means what is x equals to? That means x is equals to 1 plus 3, which is 4, correct? Now the second point is x minus 3 is equal to minus 1. If x minus 3 is equals to minus 1, then x will be equals to minus 1 plus 3, which is plus 2. Then we have x minus 3 equals to plus 5. In that case, x should be equals to 5 plus 3, 8. And then we have x minus 3 should be equal to minus 5. In that case, x will be equals to minus 5 plus 3, which is minus 2. Correct? Now I think I'm right. So we get these values for x. For these values of x, what are y values? Let us calculate these now. So from here we got this side. Now from here let's calculate the y values. So what is y? If x is 4, you can put 4 here. Well, we know if x is 4, then 4 minus 3 is 1. So which we know x minus 3 is 1. So 5 divided by 1 is 5. Y is 1 plus 5. So y is 1 plus 5, which gives me 6. Correct? Or you can substitute this value 2 here, right? In that case, if I substitute 2 here, 2 plus 2 is 4, and 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So it is y equals to minus 4, right? So either way you could calculate. So x is 8, whatever you prefer. I'll prefer this time to use x minus 3 as 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So y equals to 2. If x is minus 2, so that gives me 5 over minus 5, which is minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So y equals to 0. So we got our set of points. So the set of points are 4 and 6, correct? And then we have 2 and minus 4, 8 and 2, and -2 and 0, right? So the important thing here is there are 5 set of points which will have integer value. Reason is that 5 has only 2 factors, 1 and 5. So plus and minus of these factors will return us the integer value. So that is our answer. Do you see that? So these are all the possible integer points on this graph. All other points on this graph will have fractions or rational values. I hope you understand. Thank you and all the best.